Morning everybody. Nearly became good afternoon, right? Because we used to have our class in morning and afternoon, right? And for 4-5 days there was no presentation because of your first evaluation test. What is today's date?
2081,
Just the 10th, and today is special day as well, right? What is that? Buddha Jayanti, then Ubhauli Parva also. What is it called? Ubhauli Parva, right? And here, something is already shown in this big screen, right? Histology and life process. What is here? Histology and what is there?
Psychological structure and life.
Sorry?
No, it is physiology.
Yeah, physiological structure and the life process.
Life process. Class 9, right? I think they have just changed this heading only. The heading is changed, right? Competencies. What is given? On completion of this chapter, student will be competent to, what is there? Yes, the same thing. They have just simply changed the, what have they changed? Headings. Okay. Let me, it was connected earlier, again it's not connected, means I think this is doing again some problem. What is the problem? Now let me connect again. Either. Sometimes this Wi-Fi may not function well. Okay, hello. Did you open? Open your book. Everybody. Now there won't be any problem. Now I'll use. Wait, class 9? Yes? Okay, I think it was discussed last time. What is the page number? 69. New tense came here. In that class 9? Where is class 9? Class 9 is here. In class 9 also, I think this is different.
This we have
Already discussed. Oh. This is not 69, this one. Nearly became confused, right? Yes, here it is. So our first evaluation test over. Now we are ready for our first term examination. Have you seen the school almanac? School calendar?
Yes.
When will our first term exam begin? Ashad? Ashad third week. Probably it may start from 21st. So we have got hardly 1 month left, and we have got target to complete minimum more 4 chapters. Understood or not? So that if 8 chapters are completed, it will be quite easy one. Okay. So here is given histology and life process. What is given in yours? Physiological structure and life process. That is same thing, but here some objectives are given. How many objectives are given here? What is the first one? Yes. You must be able to know, tell, define about tissue. In simple words, if we say tissue are the group of cells which have specific function. Yes, sir. If some cells are grouped together and they carry out some function, what is that called? Tissue. Can you give example of some tissues? Do you know the example of tissues? How fast they have forgotten? Xylem is tissue, phloem is tissue, blood is tissue, muscle is tissue. Muscles are also of different types. we have discussed about three types of muscular tissues. Three types of muscular tissues. One is cardiac muscle, which is found in our heart, skeletal muscle, that is connected with bones, and another muscle which is not connected with bone, that is called smooth muscle. In some classes it was discussed, and when the class is upgraded, we forget everything.
No, we didn't discuss.
About tissue not done? In class 8 also there are no? Okay. Then their types, location, where are they found, and their functions of animal tissue and plant tissue. I just told xylem. What did I say? Xylem. XYLEM. This is plant tissue. Its function is to transport water from root to leaves. Yes or no? Phloem. PHLOEM. What does phloem do? It transports food from leaves to different parts of the plant. In our body, blood. Blood is a tissue. It transports various substances throughout our body. Yes or no? Bone is also a tissue. Skin. Skin is organ, but skin contains epithelial tissue. What is there? Epithelial tissue. Different type of tissues are there. We will be discussing later on. And what is the next point? Explain the structure and functions of different parts of nervous system. We have got well developed nervous system. We have got brain, spinal cord, nerves. Because of the use of nervous system, this body is also made. See, this body is not simple, smart board. When we touch, see, it happens like this. In laptop also some smart screens are there, so we can touch and just move up and down. What about your mobile? Is the screen touch or not?
Yes.
See, that is also made because of well developed nervous system, right? And students, very soon, tomorrow I am going to find out at least 4 students who are going to take part in quiz contest competition. So please be prepared and come tomorrow. So I will select by asking some questions who are able to answer.
That's only our whole school.
Not whole school, all whole schools. Why do we need? We need students from 8 and 9 only. Especially we will focus for 8 and 9. So this information for you. Class it also will be some. Who is able to give maximum answers correctly will be chosen for participation. Actually,
Question will be from every chapter.
from your book, from other books, right, just like that. Okay, and later on one book will be provided to you, and near about 80% question will be asked from that book, and 20% question will be asked from your course book. So this is inter-school quiz contest competition. It is free to everybody. I am not going to say, okay, you are selected, not like that.
But in calendar it is in months, no?
No, that is intra-school competition. Intra-school means within the school. Inter-school means there is invitation from other schools. So we want to send our students for participation. And the students whose brain is very much developed to answer the questions will be selected. Understood or not? So please read and come tomorrow, okay? Understood or not? Don't bite your nails. Why are you biting? What is point number 2? Explain the structure. Okay, done. Number 3,
Introduce
glandular system and compare exocrine and endocrine glands. In your mouth, is there saliva now? When I give one slap, then will there be saliva? There will be tear. When it is very hot, whole body will sweat. Actually, these secretions are produced from small organ. What is it called? Gland. What do you call it? Different glands are there. Nistara brought 1 pound. Tejas saw it. Nistara was eating. And in Tejas' mouth also there is some sort of production of saliva. Automatically. That produces because of gland. isn't it? Sometimes our glands may not function well. Actually, we grow because of gland. We react because of gland. You have seen, no, some people are so much emotional. By hearing good news also, they become emotional. By hearing sad news also, they become emotional. Some people's habit is like that, to cry. Why are you crying? I heard very good news. But some are there, no reaction at all. One thing you tell me, when you are watching your favorite game, you become so much excited or not? And if the game is boring, then you will be so excited. I don't know whether you react like this or not, but sometimes I react like this. When I am watching some movies, some scene comes and it makes us to cry also. I have cried sometimes. I was watching the video of that girl, what is her name, girl, blind girl, was in Indian Idol also. They haven't watched. She has reached up to top 10. Menuka Paudel. They don't know this. Nervous system must work, right? When Menuka Paudel was singing one song, O Palanhare, something was there. So when I was watching in one event, I cried also because my eyes were full of tears and some drops were coming. That's heart touching, no? For me, for others it may not be also. That is quite emotional, I mean, right? And when you are watching that football, if your favorite player is taking the ball, what do you say? Laija, 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 Laija. Means you are nearby the screen even though you are shouting. Can you hear? Cannot. Even though we become emotional. No. These all activities are done by the help of some glands. The glands produce hormone. What do they produce? Hormone. Okay, we'll be discussing about that. And next thing is introduce plant hormones. Plants also produce some sort of chemicals, hormones, and describe their functions and uses. Okay, children, what can you see here? What does this figure represent? Cell. Group of cells make tissue. Tissue make? Organ make? And finally, organism. Organism is made up of cells, tissues, organ system. Yes or no? That's why we are organism. When you talk about amoeba, it is not organism because it doesn't contain organ. No organ system is there, only one cell is there. That is unicellular body.
So that means it don't have tissue also.
No, if its body contains only one cell, then from where that tissue will come? To possess tissue, there must be many cells or not? Not like that. Okay? So, what is the basic unit of the body of organisms? Cell. What is an organ made up of? Tissues. What is formed when the organs unite? And what is tissue? A group of cells. Group of cells. So, like in the fingertip of mine, there might be billions of cells. They join together and what do they form? Tissue. Tissue is present everywhere. Where there is presence of cell, there is presence of tissue also. Okay? So, what is the definition of cell?
Cell is surrounded with the cell membrane.
Please read. With the cell membrane, what is structural and functional. That means to be called a cell, it must have protoplasm. What should it contain? That protoplasm must be surrounded by cell membrane, right? In plant cell there is cell wall also, and it is structural and functional unit of life. Multicellular organisms contain many cells. Unicellular organisms contain one cell. So, we can get tissue in multicellular organisms only. because multi-cells, many cells are present there. Okay. So what is given here?
Various type of tissues are grouped together to form an
Organ which carried out
one specific function.
group of cells, tissue, group of tissue, organ, group of organ system. But not only group of organs which perform special task, special function. Otherwise, let's say a heart, liver, stomach. This is also group of organ, no? Heart, liver, stomach. Group of organs. Do they do any specific function?
Yes.
Heart does one function, liver does next function, this is the next function. Then it's not like that. Okay? Suppose if there is a heart, blood vessels, blood, then they do one special function. Then they are only called organ system. Okay? Otherwise, only group of organ is not called organ system. What do you see here? Flowering plant. So you have seen this lovely plant. What is this? Mustard plant. So mustard plant, especially its body is divided into how many parts? Root system, this below the ground, and shoot system above the ground. And see, in root system also, what is here? Main root and lateral root, right? Main root, it goes down and down, producing branch one. Shoot system, stem, leaf, fruit, flower, bud. Different parts are there. And in the root, there is root cap. What is there? Root cap, root tip, lateral roots, main roots, etc. Again, in shoot system, there is leaf, stem, flower, fruit, buds, etc. So they group together, then one whole organism is produced. Here we can see one chart. What is this? When we cut the root, then we can see such structure. When you cut the root, we can get such structure. See, you can see here, outermost part, what is there? Root hair. Up it down, epidermis, then cortex. Here you can see cortex. So this one is root hair, epidermis. Here is cortex. The cortex space is much more, right? Then again, what is here? Endodermis. Epi means outside, endodermis. Then can you see this blue color? This is phloem. What does phloem do? Transports food. Transports food from leaf to different parts of the plant. And what is here? Pericycle. And here protoxylem, right? This is xylem. And conjunctive tissue joining Casparian strip, metaxylem, and what is here? Passage cells. This is the structure of plant tissue. Okay. Okay. Now, what is here? Tissue. How do you define tissue?
Tissue is defined as a group of similar sliced cells together for a special function.
Okay. Now I think I have to just do this one again because the battery is going very less. I have done like that. Okay. Tissue is, okay, please give me your book. Tissue is group of what?
Group of cells.
Cells. Group of cells and specialized to perform certain special functions. When we talk about plant tissue, now let's make a chart of plant tissue. Eh? What are we going to make here? Chart of plant tissue. So do you know the plant tissue? Actually, tissue can be categorized into two types. Tissue can be categorized into two types. What are they? Plant tissue, plant tissue, and what is here? Animal tissue. Animal tissue. What are the different plant tissues? Directly xylem? Yeah. What is that? You pass that paper here? What is it? Formulae, poise square. Why? Oh, take it. Okay. Plant tissue are of two types. Plant tissues are of? What are they? Okay, meristematic tissue. One is meristematic tissue, and here permanent tissue. Okay, tell me, what is the meristematic tissue and permanent tissue?
The group of young cells which have the capacity to activate cell division is called meristematic.
Yeah, meristematic tissues are those tissues whose cells can divide continuously. Cells can divide means one cell can form another cell, becomes two. Again, those two cells can produce more two cells. Four cells can produce or more. 8 to 16, 16 to 32, 32 to 64. In that way, the number of cells keeps on increasing. That is called meristematic tissue. What is here? Permanent tissue. What is my permanent tissue? These are the tissues whose cells cannot divide. Number of cells cannot increase. In meristematic tissue, number of cells can increase. Meristematic tissues are of three types. What are they? Apical. Next one, lateral. Next one, intercalary. Apical, lateral, and intercalary. So their location is this one. What is this? Location. According to location, apical, lateral, and intercalary. According to their origin, there are two types. Primary, and what is next one? Hello? According to location, apical, lateral, and intercalary. According to formation, primary and secondary. Now, permanent tissue. How many types of permanent tissues are there? How many are there? Three types. What are the three types? Simple permanent tissue, simple, complex, special. Okay. Simple, complex, and permanent, right? So simple are of three types. What are three types? Parenchyma. Parenchyma. Second one, collenchyma. Third one, sclerenchyma. Hey, you find out this one. Parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Complex are of two types, xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem. Special are of how many types? Two types, latissiferous and glandular. These are the types of plant tissues. Hello students, now look at here. Now after this I will give you some tasks and you have to tell the major points. So I will be writing here, okay? Tissue are of either plant or animal. So it means in plant a kind of tissues are found. In animal another type of tissues are found, right? So plant tissues are basically divided into how many types? How many types? Two types. What are they? Meristematic and permanent. Meristematic and permanent. mean meristematic. The cells cannot divide at all. The cells divide continuously. In permanent, they cannot divide at all. So meristematic tissues are either apical, lateral or intercalary, or primary and secondary. Permanent tissue are divided into simple permanent tissue, complex permanent tissue and special permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue are of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Complex, xylem and phloem. Special, latissiferous and glandular. Okay. Now students, I will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 groups today, because two students are sitting together, right? Oh, this person is also there. Person, okay, you, Krizal, go near to person, right? You, Bires, come near to Sneha, so that there will be equal number of groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oh, they have to explain. Yes, slowly, go there. Okay. Now, Krizal, your group is to tell about apical tissue. Okay. Next, Sneha Malla, your group is to has to say about lateral tissue. Next, those Swarnima and Smarika, intercalary tissue. Next, what is that? Arina and Istara, primary meristem, secondary meristem and simple permanent tissue, parenchyma. 3 you have to say, okay? Primary meristem, secondary meristem and up to parenchyma. Next, Isneha Rai and Nikisa, collenchyma. Yeah. It must be there, see inside. And which next one? Yud and Tejas, sclerenchyma. Anmol and Sushil, xylem and phloem. Deepak and Master. For whom? Primary and secondary is not there? Okay, just put Brazil. Where did he go? He went to Brazil. Why did he go to Brazil? Because Brazil is the place where we can go to deep jungle and watch different wild animals, right? And when somebody goes to observe something in new place, he or she will be provided with one guide, tourist guide. He got one tourist guide, and tourist guide from Brazil only. The two were walking. And when they were walking, sometimes there is to come a small river, and sometimes road. The Canadian, he was wearing shoes, and those Brazilian tourist guide was also wearing shoes. Both of them were wearing shoes. When there is to come water, Canadian used to open the shoes and go cross the river, and Brazilian used to wear the shoes and cross. Understood or not? And whenever land is to come, he used to open his shoes and carry in his hand, the Brazilian, another he used to wear his shoes. One river crossed, one that small stream, not big river. Big river is the Amazon, how to cross that one, right? Small stream came in the jungle, crossing. Canadian was very confused what to do. And he asked, "Hey man, what happened to you? Have you gone mad or what?" And Brazilian said, "Why? You are doing just opposite work. When we are walking on the road, we have to wear our shoes, right? And when we cross the stream, small river, rivulet, we must open. But you do just opposite. On land, you just open. In water, you wear. Why?" And he said, "Sir, we have to use our logic. This is jungle. In jungle, we have to be very careful." He said, "What type of careful? You are foolish." And the tourist guide said, "Please sir, open shoes whenever stream comes. Okay. Hey, why should no wear shoes, not open shoes. Wear shoes whenever stream comes. Another stream came, and Brazilian guide was walking. He just wore the shoes and he crossed the river. And Canadian, what did he do? Opened the shoes, took the shoes in hand, and he was going, ah! In the meantime, he screamed, and hardly he came out. There was bleeding also, right? And Brazilian said, I know, you know, I said already, we must be careful. We don't know what is there inside water. On the land we can see, no? Inside water, what is there, we don't know. And this is jungle. In jungle, different type of wild animals live. You might be attacked by a kind of fish having that pointed structure. Now, let's not go to visit other things. Return back to hospital. They will return back and happen like that. You, Deepak also must be seen like that. He is not looking, batase, looking there, and walking. We should not be batase, no? What are you playing with? Next batase is playing here. He just got a small piece of paper and throwing. Why? Batase boy. So, in this connection, for walking connection, girls are very, very smart. If you see the girls walking in the roadside, just look down only. If something is fallen down, they can take out. They can find out also. Boys, batase, you are looking there, then sometimes they may go inside the small ditch also and they don't know. This way I say. What is that? Okay, I told you to read. Now you just tell me whose turn is to say. All right. Okay, Krizal, tell me.
It is divided into
meristematic tissue and permanent tissue, right? Permanent tissue. That means we can get two types of tissues in plant.
You asked me to read just apical meristematic.
Yeah. Just meristematic. What is meristematic tissue? You have to say.
Group of young cells which have capacity of active cell division.
Yes, young cells. Here we can get always young cells and cell division. Here, hello, cell division means one cell divides and forms two. Again, those two cells divide and form four. Same cells number increase. What happened to her? Cell division is also called cell multiplication. Cell division is also called cell multiplication. Okay, tell me about meristematic tissue. Apical meristem.
They are found at the top of the plant and they exist to increase the height of the plant.
Hello. One thing remember, apical meristematic tissues are found in at the top of the plant or at the top of the root also. They keep on growing and growing and growing. They increase the height of plant or they increase the length of root. Okay, that is apical meristem. Okay, sit down now. Whose turn? It's Sneha's turn. About lateral meristem.
Tissues are evident in the permanent tissues.
They are found in They are found in permanent tissues. Then they help to increase the diameter. They are found inside. You can see the diagram also. In diagram, what is shown? What is this tissue called? Hello? This is apical meristem. Then, so what type of meristem is here? This side. This is lateral meristem. Then what is here? Intercalary.
Some examples are for cambium of the roots and stems.
Cambium. What is the example? Cambium. FROTH. Now which turn? Smarika. Smarika is telling about intercalary meristematic tissue.
These meristems are located between the regions of ornament tissues beneath the apical.
Within this one, right? Apical one. Then apical meristem. Okay, next. Beneath. They are beneath. Okay. They are found. They are also called part of apical meristematic tissue. Is there given example? No.
It supports to increase the height of the plant.
Yeah, it also actually apical lies at the top, intercalary lies in down also or here also. So that is, it helps to increase the height, but it doesn't lie at the top. Now whose turn is to explain about permanent tissue? Permanent tissue. Nistara or Arina? Okay, Nistara.
They grow in the least temporarily.
They grow in?
Least temporarily.
Okay, just see here. Oh, least temporarily. Yeah, okay.
They are made of at least lots of power of division. They have a lots of power of division and differentiate to carry out various functions.
It means no cell division, right? No cell division. Then
Cell may die or cell may be living or die.
yeah. Okay, the cells, some may be living, some may be dead.
They are simple permanent tissue, complex permanent tissue, and special permanent tissue.
That means permanent tissue can be divided into three types: simple, permanent, and complex. Okay, tell me about simple.
They consist of similar cells of one type.
Means similar cells. Remember, right? This one.
They are concerned with manufacture and storage of food and providing support to the
Yeah.
plant.
Manufacture and storage of food. Okay.
Parenchyma consists of thin-walled living cells.
Parenchyma. Thin walled cells, right?
It consists of chloroplast,
Living cells. They contain chloroplast. Chloroplast. What is the color of chloroplast? Green. Okay.
those are known as parenchyma.
Yeah. If they contain chloroplast, they are called chlorenchyma.
And which possesses large ear spaces between the cells are called parenchyma.
Ear spaces. Aerenchyma.
It forms a large part of cortex, leaf, mesophile cells of the leaf,
Cortex. Mesophile.
cells of the leaves, root bulb, and endosperms.
Also okay. And
It helps to manufacture and store food.
yeah, what is the function? Manufacture and store food. Okay, that is all about plant tissue today. Okay, today let's discuss this much only. Once again, let's do recap. Plant tissue are of two types. What are they? One is meristematic tissue, another permanent tissue. Meristematic tissues are of those tissues which contain cells that can divide continuously. If young cells are present, that is meristematic tissue. If old and very lallu cells are present, that is permanent tissue. Lallu means, don't think that lallu, they are also very helpful. And meristematic tissues are of three types. What are they? Apical, lateral, and intercalary. And permanent tissues are also of three types: simple, complex, and special. Today we have started only one simple permanent tissue. What is that? Parenchyma. So parenchyma contain thin-walled cells. Cells have thin wall, and those all cells are living. Hello. All cells are living, and some parenchyma contain chloroplast. They are called chlorenchyma. In some parenchyma there are air spaces. What is that called? Aerenchyma. Their function is to manufacture and store food. Is it okay? Now everybody, open your book, read once again, and note making time.